Commissioner Scott Israel, he essentially said, I'm resigning and going into my retirement. He had been informed that he was going to go on unpaid leave and there was going to be an internal investigation, but instead he has decided to go into retirement. Some people have suggested that that's part of the reason why he didn't really respond. In other words, that he had been on the department a long time and that he was more focused on his life after being on the force and focused on trying to disrupt the shooter. We already know that according to the Broward County Sheriff's Office, they say they saw him for 4 minutes on surveillance.
Well, there you have it.
The shooter.
There you have it. This is what I've been saying about the cops in America forever. You get between a cop and his pension, and you become the enemy. They don't care about you. When you pay cops like we do in the state of New York, $200,000 to $400,000 a year, can you imagine that? Like the old Westbury chief of police who retired 2 years ago, $713,000 a year. My friends from down south didn't believe me till I showed them the newspaper clippings. And now we had a janitor the other day in the New York Post, $285,000 a year retirement. Did you hear that? A janitor. So these civil service thugs that have shook down the society with their binding arbitration, and they do nothing. They're good at going after you for no seatbelts and using your cell phones and telling you cliches. If you see something, say something. And when the shit hits the fan, like in New Orleans, the cops were the first guys out of town. See ya. 9/11. What did the FBI do to prevent this? The CIA. You remember the lies of George Tenet and Mueller back then? You know what the conspiracies are? The ineptitude and futility of the government workers when the crap hits the fan. Pearl Harbor, they were useless. It's endless. This just doesn't change. And like this security cop here at this high school, what did he do? Worried about collecting his pension, so he retires. Now, 17 kids are dead, and he secured the outside of the school when the shooting was inside. What does that tell you? They want to take the guns away from the citizens. You know why? Because these civil servants don't want to face any threats. They get paid like Wall Street investors. They're not getting any boo-boos. This is hysterical. I've been saying this for 20 years now. Most people in the media, like Sean Hannity, are sycophants for the cops. I don't get it. Like there's some kind of sacred cows working in sackcloth and ashes. I've said this forever. Knew a World War II bomber pilot. I thanked him one day and he said, "Kid, you don't have to thank me. Uncle Sam paid me." Does that sound like our civil service workers today? Who no matter what they get, they're entitled to more? And it's despicable. And you got these creeps like this guy Lemon that want you to depend ever more on these government thugs for your safety and security. These people will take your freedom for their pension and perks. They'll bury you. In America, you better wake up because this is what happens to every democracy. Look at this clown. Look how many stars. What did this guy beat the Nazis in World War II? Have you noticed this? These clown cops who do nothing but get up to podiums and congratulate themselves for how they worked with the FBI and the DEA and I mean, 17 kids dead. And that's just the last one. In Vegas. And then they go right to the lecterns, all of them. They gather around like a bunch of vultures and start squawking about what great heroes they are. These people are the underwriters of these crimes. Sickening.